Hello everyone, Fire here. Welcome to another 2024 tourney match. In this match, for my for yet another stream today, we have Andrzejant playing as the Hunters, and Landschnekt playing as Dracula. Scott Sword should be joining me before too long, but he said that he would be a little bit be in a little bit tight on time. All right. Interesting. So a slight variation on the pizza is a start in terms of where Seward is positioned, but okay. Good luck have fangs. Okay, what is this? Gonna have a wolf. So, yes. Once the Landschnekt chooses a starting location, the week one supply train will be on a roll. Okay. And off we go. What will happen in this game? A horse for her first draw. That's nice. That's good for Mina. Let's... Yep, just going through the regular routine of just... Yeah. I'll probably be a bit quiet for the first bit until Scott Sword arrives, but... because, well, this is quite familiar. And, barring Seward's starting position, I suppose we can talk about that a bit. In terms of getting to England, which is the slight advantage the Pizza Wizard start has, or Ireland, faster. It's equal distance away as Madrid, or actually arguably slightly closer because you can get to Le Havre for English Channel passage. Oh, behind the veil. Aristocratics, wolves, mob, and a spy. Okay. Interesting. And he tossed one of the aristocratics. So he has an aristocratic, a wolves, mob, and a spy. Plus one other. Excellent weather. Alright, alright. Very well, very well. I mean, Andrews what I can say is that Andrews and Landschnekt are two of the newer players of the community. Uh, they are in a group. Let me see. Uh, they are in group A actually. Which means that they have been having some tough luck. With their matchups. Uh, I don't know too much about their current record. Uh, Although, if what the spreadsheet says is right, this is their no, no, never mind. There have been this is the third game that has been played in their bracket. So while I could check the score sheet to that was updated as of the end of round two, I could check where they stood then. But I know that they were sadly on the bottom half of things. This will be my first time actually seeing Andres odd play. Ah, Harker. Interesting. In what way does he plan to use him? Is this a search? It would appear to be. Checking Athens? Okay. Personally, I would have checked someone in Spain, but very well. Is that news from Scotswood? Ah. Hmm. Oh. Come on in. Come on in. Okay. Hello, Scotswood.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. If you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on my stream chat, as in order to keep the music running, I have to keep the game, stay on the game. Mythios has actually offered to join us, which I have said.
Yeah, I was gonna.
What?
Yeah, if you want him to come in, that's fine. It's
Yes.
entirely up to you. You're the one who's recording.
Yes, I told him. In fact, I tried to persuade him to join me and Pete's Wizard when I was recording you versus Mr. Green. Uh, but he just wanted to watch. And he was joking about hack away again. Uh, but I imagine that you weren't feeling that way with all the Dracula that you were drawing. Uh,
Hmm.
I have watched your perspective of that particular match, and seen your reaction. But in any event, what do you think of Underdog's Hunter setup? A little bit of
I'm not.
variation. You're
I,
a bit robot and static. Sorry. Right there.
yeah, you're going robotic. I think that might be me. Let me get the game up. I think it's my fault. Uh, I'm not in the game yet.
Oh. Well, in that case, I can just tell you that it's the Peacewood setup, except that Seward is in Marseille instead of Bordeaux. I can see pros and cons. Oh, we got a perfect time newspaper, and there's room token for a spot for Constanta. That is our first location, which means that this variation of the East Wizard start will actually bring some good in the end.
Yeah, it was an interesting start actually. Okay, so I'm just watching your live stream, so I can see the setup from there. It's kind of interesting having Suud that far over, but it actually makes Italy much weaker, center of the map much weaker for Dracula, and also then the east is definitely weaker too because you got Suud who's even closer to respond. So I don't mind that actually. I kind of like it that Andrezot's just trying to do something a little bit different.
Yeah,
I like it actually. Yeah.
yes, it's not unreasonably weird, uh, at all. It, the only problem is Spain, in truth, plus
Yeah,
potentially Ireland. You're a little bit further away from dealing with that,
right.
but those
But me,
are not as often visited. Oh, and we seem to have reasonable horse economy already, because off she goes. Either that, or he doesn't care enough to play it safe. I
the thing is, like,
this is
Marseille's still good because you're on the rail into Spain. I do agree with
yes,
Ireland. It's much better for Dracula to start maybe an island in this sort of setup. Maybe I haven't seen a lot of Andrezot's games. It is possible that he's had to be dealing with a lot of Italy starts, so he just wanted something to counteract that a bit, and I think that's really fair, and that
yeah,
just shows there's a player who's wanting to learn and trying to adapt to
yeah,
what other players have thrown at him. So I think it's really cool, to be honest.
yeah. Okay, where, where? Okay, yeah. Messias sent me a message saying that he'll be here shortly. Oh, what's this? We have a CG showing
Whoa,
Armenia after
whoa.
after apparently trading the excellent weather she was originally showing off for. That's interesting.
That's that's just some swag points. That is just showing Dracula the CG.
I mean,
As long as that doesn't get sniped, again with a vampiric influence or Mina doesn't die,
hello,
then
is that is that
it's okay.
is that Messias or AKA Roscoe, the man of many names I hear entering?
Ahoy, ahoy, how are we?
All right.
There he is.
Since I've been having some difficulty with this, with all the things you showed me, Scott Sword, uh, chat, can you hear him? Sometimes people, my co-commentators, have ended up being dead, uh, in the, in terms of their ability to hear them. So,
Um,
can you hear?
I can also write it in the chat, so in case they don't, either they'll be able to hear you. So
Oh,
yeah.
oh, there it is. Wasn't careful enough with technical
Ooh.
colony.
Yep. They're saying hello, Roscoe. So yeah, they can definitely hear.
Okay. I mean,
You lucky
well,
people.
okay.
Oh, game's underway. Oh, right, sorry, I'm late to the party.
Yes.
That's right. I was late too.
But really the only thing that was comment-worthy until the perfect newspaper timing. There are two interesting things. First, he started Stewart at it was Pizza with the start with except with Stewart at Marseille, and then Mina is now after having being showing that excellent weather that Van Helsing just used. Ooh, I don't especially like that, but okay. And she is now showing the CG in her as her event in question.
So,
And she has a
yeah,
rifle.
priority is kill Mina, get rid of that CG.
Yeah.
Quite possibly. Oh, and one other thing. There was a behind the veil. At the time, Landschnekt had two aristocratics, a mob, a spy, and a wolves, and he discarded one of the aristocratics. Uh, so, so that's in truth that's really all that's happened. Apart from there was a Harker search and there was a scouts. The, the scouts happened recently after the newspaper, so that would
Thanks. Did
Rest not
did
revealed.
did Sued start in Madrid?
Marseille
Must say.
Ah,
this
I thought
time.
it was. I thought, yeah, you
It was something of
must
an
have purchased some good travel
some,
cards to get that far.
no, it was something of an adaptation of the Pizza Wizard start. Scott and I were discussing it when all of a sudden, boom, this happened.
My theory, Roscoe, is maybe because Andrezot being newer, if he's had to play against a lot of Draculas who have started in Italy, and he's finding it hard to deal with, say, my setup or a Pizza Wizard setup, then he's moving Seward across to try to cover that. It also makes the East a bit weaker too, because Seward can get across, but now he's lost the horse. But it's kind of, I was saying earlier, kind of a nice example of a newer player trying to adapt to the meta that they've ended up playing against, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah.
to be fair, yeah, he's not losing much ground. I mean, he's equidistant from Bordeaux. It's a 3 white to get into Spain if he started there. So Madrid's kind of that distance where you can cover the other two areas relatively quickly if Stewart, because he can hold the 4 cards, he can jump on it quick. So it's not a bad start. Plus Marseille's a common move. If Dracula starts in 51 for 24, it kind of blocks that move as well. So
Right.
always good to see new tactics.
Yeah.
I-
It was
gonna have
it
to
was definitely interesting.
I'm going to go AFK for 2 minutes, but I'll be back.
All right.
Okay.
But
So the Constanza rumor you'd assume is going to be certainly dealt with by Mina at least, but it depends. Have we got any stakes in the discard? One stake, okay. And a fast horse has been discarded.
Whoa.
Okay.
yeah, that was glue ticketed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it would appear that he found it. That glue ticket due to what they are saying in the chat.
Sense emergency. I like the aggressive. That's yeah. He's going to run out of space in the east soon. He's going to have 3 hunters on him if he's not careful where he goes.
Yeah. So reckless. All right. Mina showed a rifle to the wolves under the hide card. In case you missed that. So we know two of her items. Which is a horse, the other a rifle. The last one,
Yeah, that's great.
we'll only be able to guess.
Oh, no, she's going to skate. Oh, dodge, right, okay.
Being a newer player, I mean, this is actually the very first of Andre's last games that I've watched. So he is a mystery to me in terms of skill level and such. But okay.
Okay. He knows. Yeah, he knows to ambush with a reckless, so that's a good start.
Andrew's is Hunter actually. Landschnekt is Drac.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, and I know
Well,
I have watched Landschnekt before. He in round 2, I believe he did get on the he got on the board versus Strider, so he's actually a competent Dracula player.
Okay, good.
He is able to evade, as I said, Strider. Okay, what do we got for a weapon? A rifle. Okay. Well.
So the rifles, the two have got rifles, but both holy bullets, well, 2 holy bullets have been discarded as well, so there's less risk of that happening.
I imagine Mia has a stake with how she behaved with that combat.
Yeah, she's got it. Yep, there we go.
So that's that out of the way. Clean and to the point.
And Dracula didn't get any influence out of that reckless vampire.
Yeah, got a claw off, but
you'd have to think he didn't draw fangs in his 2 hands.
Right.
Especially as Fang said, she's got horses and rifles, so.
No anti-fang item. I like this wolf form too. This puts quite a lot of pressure. It could be a wolf form from Sarajevo.
Yeah.
No. Wait, yeah. That's Belgrade, not Bucharest. Yeah.
Mind you, if Van Helsing's got a 3 white, he can get down to Nuremberg straight away.
Yep.
Put a bit of pressure on him if he's going north, so.
Dealt with the rumor. That's good.
Yeah, Mia has stake to take it out. Okay,
Sarajevo.
Sarajevo, so that'll be Munich. Most likely. Either that or Prague. But, I mean, would he go there? I don't know how well Landschnekt knows all of the different CG nuke spots. I know that he had to learn the lesson the hard way with Granada, so. What was that?
Crucifix.
Scani mob. Ooh.
Oh,
that interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not sure exactly how much I like him just going to challenge him so bluntly.
Well,
Because this is obviously going to be a one-on-one. Stewart doesn't. I mean, Van Helsing, even if he has a 3-2, can only get as far as Nuremberg, and especially since it's still week 1, I mean, I hope he has at least 2 anti-bat things to justify this.
right.
Oh, Sister
That's
Agatha.
cool.
What do you know?
Yeah.
What do you know?
Right, right, right.
Yeah. That helps with the bat issue. A little. So...
If he's got CG and just one heavily host, he can still put some pressure on Force and Drac a certain way.
Right.
Problem is Problem is...
Unless he can escape his bat.
Well, the problem is he'll escape his bat first.
Oh.
Oh,
Good punch.
nicely done.
Nice.
I mean, the problem is because Sud had committed into Zagreb,
This is Munich.
he was always going to backtrack to check Munich, right? He has to check Munich. So, yeah, it's tough. You might be able to fight this quite well. We've seen one-on-one combats go against Dracula. Love to see. Good mesmerize.
Yeah, I mean, Fangs won't heal him thanks to the fact that he summoned Aggie, just by pure chance. With me,
Munich was also a kind of process elimination because of the CG being revealed. He wouldn't have gone to Prague, so you can rule out that, or whether he would have gone south into where he is now. But you've got 3 hunters kicking about there, so. Yeah, the Marseille start is working well for Stewart because he had 3 hunters over there.
Since he chose an Eastern start and he found out quickly. Oh, what do you know? That worked out. He got in a punch, so.
Escape his back.
Yeah, no escape his back. Got in a damage. I mean,
it works.
Wolf form's on the trail, so it's not like he can wolf form now out of Munich.
No.
So that's fine.
No, but of course, but now he's into the center of the map, and well, you know what can happen there.
He's in the centre of the map, but it's good. It's easy rail movement for the hunters that are there as well, so they can get in a position to throw CG and then herd him back somewhere. You'd rather be somewhere where there's not a lot of rail that he could manoeuvre, but at the moment, if they get the right tickets, Van Helsing can block 51, he can block, so he can get down and then all of a sudden force him back into Godalming. So he has to watch now where he's. I think maybe a wolf from Sarajevo back to perhaps Salonika may have been a better move.
Yeah, Salonika
because
or Athens.
Ocean. He's got the ocean to.
Yeah.
He can ignore CG with the ocean. Yeah.
Yes, but then again, Landschnekt, as I said, did learn the hard way that he needs a wolf form shore in this tournament, so he may not have liked the idea of wolf forming to a port.
What's Mina? So Mina's actually told up to go to Bucharest. Last Horsen.
If you take a look at what they said, the last things they said, I think that he did find the glue chick just after that happened.
Or maybe he meant when he actually just drew the ticket when whoever lost the horse, Seward. Maybe.
Yeah, that was Seward who lost it, possibly. But we'll see.
Yeah, blocked. Yeah,
I like that move.
You can't. Yeah, he couldn't get to 60 though, so he probably doesn't want to jump on Drac. But it forces a north move for him.
Yeah, that's twice that he didn't ambush with this thing, so it's obviously not any sort of delaying encounter. Otherwise he would have ambushed with that too. Like if it were a bats, for example, he would have used that to keep her off the vampire.
He could do a halt to that delayer, knowing the stake's gone.
It could be a second fighting vamp, and he doesn't want to ambush.
I don't know. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Since we do know what his hand was before. Yeah, I suspected it was just that. Due to what much we knew about what Dracula had, due to the Behind the
Right,
Veil.
behind the veil.
Yes.
Right.
So I that's actually what I was about to say that I thought it was, but
This is a problem now for Dracula. You've got 3 hunters centrally. The trail is irrelevant. They've got movement and items, and he's used his wolf form, so
yeah.
he's going to be struggling a bit to get out of this.
Right, and we've seen it in other games where, as Dracula here, you need to monitor the number of hunter events. How do they have special movement cards? Plus, then who has horses? We know that Sword's lost one, and we've seen other games where maybe a slightly inexperienced Dracula player will start trying to play sneaky at this point, trying to
Yeah.
think, oh, I can. But then that's where they might come undone because a hunter might just suddenly move into his space while trying to double back or something.
Yeah.
Whereas Dracula should maybe just run as far away from them as possible. They might struggle to catch up. We'll have to see. You never know. If they suddenly start drawing sense of emergencies or chartered carriages, then yeah, Dracula could get pounced on by multiple hunters here.
He had burnt one sense of emergency, so no, that's gone.
Oh, I didn't. I must have missed that. I must have been AFK for that.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he's burnt one of the.
that's how he got up to the east, after losing the horse.
Can you imagine if he had that now? Right, imagine he had that card right now. He'd be such a threat to Dracula.
Okay, so he went Zurich after. So this looks to be Marseille, if you ask me.
Yeah, he's got to stay on the coast. He's got to stay on the coast.
Yeah. I might actually next go to Genoa if you stay on land at all.
Oh, you mean after Zurich or now?
I mean either, in truth.
I wouldn't do that because we saw that there was a game a couple of nights ago between Spencer and Gio tried to do something similar to that. I know it's slightly different because he could have headed east, but he started going like backtracking a little bit, and then suddenly he got pounced on by multiple hunters really early. The hunters that were just constantly moving, and it put Gio in a really tough spot for the whole game because the combat was just went in the hunters' favor. So I wouldn't take any unnecessary risks here. As if you know the hunters are just going to keep moving, if they can't go any faster than you, you just keep running away from them. You just create a trail behind you that they're going to struggle to deal with. Throw down maybe a bats or two to push them back even more. I wouldn't personally. Everyone can play differently, but I personally would not play any sneaky stuff at this point. You don't need to. Obviously, if he goes to lose now and gets pounced on by 3 hunters, then obviously I'm wrong.
Well,
I think you're right though. I mean, Seward can't get to him. Godalming and Van Helsing are the ones with the potential fast horses.
no, it's Mina who has the second one.
Oh, is it so that right? So check Marseille with Godalming because it has to be. I mean, he could have gone. All right, okay.
Yeah, Geneva was an option. So it wasn't Marseille Hyde. Okay.
Only one event card on Seward though, so if that's a fog, that'll help. If Van Helsing jumps in now and I've got fog there, I would just play him.
Yeah, events are just scarce in general. There's only 4 events amongst the hunters entirely at present.
Right.
I mean, one of it is CG, but well.
How many have any hosts? None have been discarded.
None have been discarded.
I mean, imagine he's in Toulouse right now. He could potentially play a half decent CG here, and keep him adjacent to Marseille, and then suddenly, you got 3 hunters jumping in on you.
The thing is, though, we've noticed there again because they're moving, they're not supplying, so they've been on the move since they found him in Munich.
Yes.
So they've only got whatever they had, and there's still 15 items not been. So he's not even been firing through the deck. So it might not be too bad for Drac if he was in, Toulouse or. I mean, the thing is now you're right. You could have gone Genoa now and then go 57. That'd be a great little move.
I mean, yeah.
But Genoa now is risky because. Well, no, he's on the ocean, but,
unless you have a stake, Steward, I would not search this.
Oh. Okay.
2 item cards in hand and. Okay.
As long as he doesn't die, he'll be able to heal up quickly.
Yeah, I can't say I like
What
that.
No, but
Come
of
on,
all
you
the
fam.
hunters to get caught in a out of all the hunters to be caught in a one-on-one at night, so it's probably the one who can deal with it. I want to just very quickly say hello to people in chat. Snuff, Geordie, Gyro, hello, hello. Yeah, sorry, I have been reading chat. There's been a lot happening. Good
Hi,
to see you.
guys.
Yep, basically Snuff has summarized everything pretty well up to this point. Yeah, Gyro, I saw you with the "catch me up" quote. That's funny. Very good. So yeah, it's been quite a lot happening. Quite an eventful
That's not
game so
bad.
far.
That's not bad result for a new vampire. 4 health off sewage, which means he's going to have to. When he moves next, he won't have time to heal, so he's still down to 5 if he wants to move. If he wants to stay where he is and heal again. I don't mind that. That's a pretty decent result from what you could have got out of that, unless he's got a stake in his hand, obviously.
To be fair, he is down 2 items, so the chances are if I was playing this, I would supply twice and heal twice.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. It at least gives something to do at night. But I mean, then it means you're not taking tickets. You're not potentially threatening, diving into Iberia and jumping onto Dracula. So
Yes, but it's early yet, so.
yeah.
And his wolf
Doing
falls back in two times, so he's getting that wolf all of a sudden, which was on a Tuesday, if you like, is now going to be available in his hand shortly. So that helps wherever he's going now. If he can stay out of Iberia and give himself an option with the wolf form to get back into maybe Germania or somewhere else, force them to go west while he goes east, do a bit of the Harlem Shuffle.
Yeah, he could also be going down the boot. Now Florence is the risky move because he could get CG today, but once he gets clear of Florence, he's laid down a nice little trail.
Yeah.
I reckon Iberia.
Yeah,
I would just run as far away from these hunts as possible.
Well, it's not. It's not the boots apparently. At least not directly.
No, you have to go via Milan. I think Milan got checked, so I don't think that's possible.
Van Helsing's got a horse now. But...
Oh, it was loose.
Oh. There's a trade there, I think.
Yeah, I think what he intends to do is have Mina be the cleanup, and possibly Sura be the cleanup crew. Basically. Oh no.
That's
good night,
good.
Good night, Shergar.
Oh dear.
It's a reference nobody will get.
No, afraid not. Sorry, mate. off to the glue factory.
It was a famous racehorse back in the 70s and 80s that was famously kidnapped because it was performing too well and then disappeared by suspicious circumstances.
There you go. And did they ever find it?
Well, they probably ate it in a spaghetti bolognese or something.
There was that horse meat scandal in the UK a few years ago.
Yeah, it was all getting funny from France.
Yeah.
Tasted better than MSG.
Good saboteur as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's the one with the most movement seemingly now.
Yeah, and due to Andres being a new player, the fact that he didn't show anything is, I think, less likely to be a bluff. In this case.
Yeah. So, could be having a knife, double knife, crucifix maybe.
I think CG being revealed is actually you play it to your advantage. At least now you know it's gonna form your gameplay to a certain extent that you're not assuming they have got it or haven't. You know they have, so you can work around that accordingly.
Right.
And there's a full trail now. I mean, Drax all of a sudden he's turned it from that fight 38, which could have gone bad for him with 3 hunters so close. There's now a full trail to reveal, and he's still. He's now 2 away, and he gets his wolf form back tomorrow.
Right.
So yeah, he got out of that all right.
And the deeper into Iberia he goes, then closer to port, CG becomes even less relevant.
Yeah.
Oh. What have we here?
Never mind.
Or you go and hide in Bordeaux.
Yeah.
Okay, a fog. As the real thing.
But what about the hide card?
Oh, he didn't play the hide.
Oh no, he didn't ambush with the hide card. Oh dear. I was about to say, really good play by Landschnekt not to have ambushed with that saboteur to actually get the benefit of the day delay on Van Helsing, but then If you have a hide card, ambush with it, because that's what it's there for.
Yeah. Makes me wonder what it is. Possibly. I mean, it's possible that he just. I mean, would he just possibly just throw some trash under it? Uh, simply to stay
Just
under, just to stay under his fog,
Possibly.
like
Yeah.
similar to how you might in a lair. Yeah, just
cycle the deck a little bit.
yeah,
Possibly.
something like that. Something like that, maybe. It,
Or maybe he might have had a fog of bats, threw the fog down in case forewarned was used. You can then punt them away with the bats.
Then you'd ambush though with hide. You can't.
You would unless
can't-
with your fog you thought I've ambushed him, so I'll just leave the bat. Maybe he wasn't aware that you would hit him with a hide first, perhaps.
Right. You need to,
Right.
because I think like if you can't. That's the weird thing with this game. You can't see the full one on the fog and then retrospectively go, oh, I'm going to ambush you with the hide card. You have to select the ambush of one of the other in the same screen. So I guess maybe you didn't want to waste if it's a bats or something, but then now it is completely wasted because unless another hunter steps on Bordeaux, it's never going to trigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh well, that's fine. He's got his. He's away.
Or if Underzat it doesn't know about the high card not maturing and ends up searching it with a gloaming. I kind of doubt Underzat is that novice. I mean, he has gotten a couple wins, yes. So
yeah, he's up to 2 wins. Yeah. I think both on. No. Hang on. Oh, I can't remember now. Underzat's definitely won one game.
Yeah, and I know that
comes down to whether hide's been played in his 2 games. You might not have encountered a hide before and perhaps didn't know how to use it. Who knows?
Don't know. I can't. Both of these players have definitely got at least 1 win. Underzat won in this phase against Worm Talon, and he was absolutely ecstatic about it. It was so wholesome.
Yeah, and and as for Landschnekt, I was actually the one recording when he successfully evaded his Strider.
That's right. I was trying to work out who he beat. Yeah.
Oh, Landschnekt beat Strider. Oh, right.
Yes,
I mean, that's no
he successfully evaded him. Yeah, I don't remember the details of how he did it, but
there's a lot of shenaniganry in the east towards the edge.
Although I do recall after when we chatted after Strider was saying that he was just mad with himself, and it felt that he just should have done far better, and just managed things poorly. So
that can happen to any hunter player. Just when to play certain events and things.
I think that's kind of what happened. In fact, when I was trying to hunt you, in point of fact. Yeah.
It's happened to me in other games too. I find this kind of interesting. Landschnekt did a really good job in delaying Van Helsing by making him search, but then is now ambushed with the Zurich Saboteur. So
I'm guessing he's assuming that Van Helsing has a stake after Seward left it, since.
But then Van Helsing played Garlic Wreath, so why would you if you got a stake? You would just get out of that and stake it and save the card.
Well, how is he to know it was a Garlic Wreath before or the ambush?
No, of course, yeah. No, I understand. Yeah, you don't know it, but now retrospectively, it would have been better to delay Seward because then Van Helsing would be having to deal with this solo. But if he can beat Van Helsing up, then it might not even matter if they get into a 2-on-1. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a bit iffy, but.
Well, he does 3 damage to it. He wasn't mesmerized.
Yeah.
Garlic Wreath
this is
gone.
I think got fast horsey, Garlic Wreath, and knife. So he's only got a knife there, isn't he? To worry about. You can walk around that and do some damage to him. There you go.
Good fangs and also good dodge.
Yeah. Well played, both.
So Van Helsing's not wanting to escape.
Next, I would do Mez next. As that blocks both knife and escape. Strength. That's definitely the next best thing. Oh,
Yeah,
what do you?
I think strength, because I think it feels like Audrazot wanted to be really aggressive against this vampire, so I think you might be able to kill Van Helsing here. I play the more
Yeah,
aggressive option in this case.
yeah, if he has the second strength, then he can just finish him off if he chooses to play knife.
I like how he's used the claws to
Which,
get rid of Garlic
yeah.
Reef. That's
Oh,
good.
okay. How now? Okay, so now Van Helsing just plays knife, and there's nothing that the new vampire can do to hurt him, since both claws, both strengths gone.
He's got mesmerizer.
He's just escape or play mesmerize. Yeah.
Yeah.
Escape is missed or mesmerize.
Oh,
he's fanging.
mistake.
Oh no. That's a shame.
Yeah, that was.
Well, to be fair, it's very possible he had escape as bats, fangs, and plottings, which would not.
True.
Yeah, he might, yeah,
Very true.
exactly.
Very true.
He might not have it.
He might
guess-
not
I
have
guess
had
that-
it. Nonetheless, that is a hefty price to pay.
Rumors going well.
Spending a card through the garlic wreath and losing 6 health.
Save 6 points. I would, and without
True.
no night combat, so the knife didn't get broken. I think in a case like that, this is where it's something that I don't do exceedingly well. But if you see maybe Landschnekt 4 is going to play punch, would be very unlikely given what he played. But if you see that in round 6, you're not going to be able to counter the knife. Oh, he is searching the high card.
Okay,
so
and he wasted a stake on it.
Oh no.
Whoops.
Oh.
Okay, a hoax on
That's
the high card implies one of two things. Either that, yes, it was simple card cycling because he didn't expect to get a hoax through at this stage, or that Landschnekt has forgotten how hide works as well.
Yeah.
Or the hand he's got left is better than a hoax, so he thought I'll throw that down and keep my good hand. I mean that's worked out pretty passive aggressive for Drac. He's had a stake wasted on a hide, garlic wreath wasted on a new vampire. He's at sea. He's like, thanks, just you guys throw away your items. That's brilliant. I appreciate that.
I mean, garlic wreath wasn't per se wasted. You might,
You did kill the vampire.
as he did kill it, but so
Yeah, but I
because
mean,
so it wasn't exactly
yeah,
wasted
yeah.
per se.
I guess because the vampire was then so obsessed with playing tools to get rid of the garlic wreath, it gave him like free punch, free knife.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, it's interesting. You said that even like 1 day ago. Oh, look at this trail. There's a full trail. Now suddenly there's
know.
no trail at all.
Yeah,
Crazy. Yeah.
Um,
Crazy.
barring that saboteur, which that's not a big
Got his
deal.
wolf form back though.
Yep, Wolfham's back. I
Yeah.
think things are with consecrated ground in play.
Yeah.
He's got to be really careful here. All it takes is just a rogue money trail to come out of somewhere, then suddenly you might end up getting CG'd or getting trapped behind CG somewhere if you've got North Sea, for example. Or you got to be a bit careful here, as Drag, not to suddenly create real
not
problems
to
for
suddenly
yourself.
throw, because
I like how the hunters are positioned as well because they're
yeah, this is
tapping
I'd say that this
wherever he
is
lands they can get to quickly.
I'd say that this has come out slightly in the hunter's favor, but not. But Dracula has, but they've paid a hefty price for the advantage they have. I'd say, is I think probably one of the best ways to put it.
Right. In terms of using up movement and items, but the thing is, I know there haven't been many supplies, but also they haven't used up a huge number of events. So if they can just do like this with Mino, right? Just get a couple of turns in while he's still at sea supplying. They could get some really good stuff. Reshuffle the item deck. Stake discarded. Okay, I don't mind that. There's no vampire on the trail right now. So you can
Yeah, that's
maybe
all the
do it.
stakes though. So if Drac wants to lay down a stake, lay down a vamp when he wolf forms ashore, they're gonna have to fight their way through it. Unless they get through the item deck before then.
I wouldn't mind if I was. Oh yeah, no, you can't. Oh, damn it, that's a
Mystic
shame.
Research. Ooh.
That's good.
That's nice.
Right.
Vampiric Influence, False Tip, and Custom Search. Alright.
Ooh.
How many Draculas are there anyway? 12, okay. 12 after that. You're gonna say?
Scaling by 4. Oh, I'm just. Oh, she's got a host in hand. That's interesting that he's
Alright.
revealing that.
Yeah, that's probably not the sort of thing you want to reveal, given that he knows you have CG.
Well, unless the hunters are trying to bait him and show him that to prove that, to kind of force him from not going to the UK at all. So now he's forced to either go North Sea into Germany or mainland, because knowing the CG is there, plus she's got a heavily host, at least one. You go to
Right.
the UK, you're going to be struggling for 2 locations anyway.
Right.
That is true.
So like there's a elaborate ruse. I mean, I know
Yeah.
he's not like Odrzok could have controlled, but there was a trade, so he could have prevented from showing consecrated ground. But it's kind of like, oh look, I'm going to show you this card and make Landschnekt maybe panic into maybe a suboptimal move to make it safe from consecrated ground, but then it actually means he's probably ends up closer to the hunters somehow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and as I said, I did see a game with Landschnekt where he had to learn the lesson the hard way. Always wolf from shore. He got bombed by CG when he, I believe, normal at Alicante, was it?
It was a game against me. It was in Barcelona, I think. But yeah, I mean, that's how like these new players learn. They get dealt very harsh lessons at the beginning, but then
Oh yeah.
stick with them.
I know that only
He's
too
like-
well.
I actually don't mind this here,
As-
going only 2 C spaces, limited damage, and it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 different C's he could have landed from.
Yes. However, with CG showing there, that's dangerous to an extent.
It is. If the hunters don't have any event to
Yeah,
find it, then
That's true. That's true. Especially with one of them being South Atlantic, with one of those seasons in question being South Atlantic, that's I mean, especially with the 3C, with all 3Cs for that matter, all of the 3Cs in question that he landed from, or there's actually 4C. All of the 4Cs that he could have landed in have 3 harbors that he could have gone to.
right, it's a lot of places to check.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be throwing out consecrated grounds or willy-nilly here.
Yeah, which actually brings me into a question. Earlier today, if Mr. Green had wolf horn to Granada, and therefore you check with Van Helsing, would you have thrown on your CG down at Granada, or would you have assumed that he went up through Marseille and held it back?
I had a renewed vigor, so I would have then used my second move to go onto Granada. And obviously that would have been bad for me because I would have been stuck in a night combat with Dracula, but I would have checked Granada to see if he was there. It would have been a completely different game because of Van Helsing being trapped in that combat. But then, yes, I would have then thrown down CG.
Yeah,
It would not have ended as well for me because Madrid would be free. So I'd probably have to put the CG token in Madrid, but that's by the by. But I would have checked Granada. But fortunately, I found him in Madrid, so I was able to move out with my second movement.
yeah. Just something I was a little curious about, because that's something Pizza Wizard and I were discussing. Like, could the correct move have been to go to Granada? Because we didn't know about that. Or you did play the renewed vigor that turn, didn't you? Okay. Well. Okay, so he's maturing it. Gonna place a roadblock somewhere. Okay, so that's.
Aha. Is that a ruse?
Is that bluff or not?
That's the question.
Will Andrews ought to even Will Andrews ought to even consider the possibility of a bluff? Is the second question we need to ask ourselves.
Yeah, possibly. Just like Consecrated Ground's being moved onto Van Helsing, by the way. Oh, I like that. I like that quite a bit.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, surprising return. Time
Rule it a
to
lot, yeah.
time to poke around a little bit. Not Cadiz. Okay.
Hello, people in chat. No, I'm reading the chat. I'm not ignoring. I'm reading. I'm fascinated. How's my combat? It's getting better.
Couldn't get worse.
Well, exactly. You can only aim higher, right?
Oh,
Oh,
that bingo.
that's real nice.
Swords, hack swords,
That's
you know.
that is good.
That's
That will
nice,
likely
nice.
help out quite a bit if he checks both the other Spain harbors.
Yeah, you could rule out Iberia. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Now he can just rule out Iberia, and then he and Van Helsing, they can just move further north. Amsterdam is the answer. So it was North Sea, and he went to Amsterdam. Interesting choice,
Thing is,
to be sure.
he's
Yeah,
in the middle
I-
of 400s, but the thing is, he's got wolf form.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if this goes, oh,
Okay, can't get to Cologne. Quite.
that's maybe alright. Maybe he doesn't want to jump on Dracula right now.
Yeah, you could block him in. Well, you could block him in.
I mean,
Well, that depends on which one he's at, and how many heavily hosts they haven't discarded any heavily hosts, did they? And they've now reshuffled the deck. So therefore, he's
Oh,
at
wow.
Brussels. So now
Oh,
what you
that's
can
really-
do,
GG
yeah,
now.
you can actually force him right
Oh.
back into Amsterdam now. Either that or he steps on you.
if,
Because
They only need
assuming,
the whole-
of course, that all the heavenly hosts are on different people. Because there hasn't been much space for item trading, has there?
we'll see. Van Helsing has it, so if he's going to play it, you're going to play it now, I'd imagine. Nope, he's not playing it.
That was definitely a good choice, a good chance to do so.
Great strength has been discarded, by the way.
Whoa.
Oh,
Okay. That is very bold, and that's one of the last things I would discard. In truth.
so it's not bad. He's gonna have to watch here because obviously the English Channel would have been free. He's obviously gone north and North Sea. He doesn't want to be in Le Havre because if he goes to the English Channel, he can only go to the UK. Both oceans will still be out.
Yeah, and then suddenly he gets CG'd.
He just threw
There.
CG down. So he's gonna have to come inland from 9.
He hasn't wolf formed either.
On the exception of Ichigo's English Channel, wolf forms to Swansea to avoid the CG, and then goes to Ireland. By then, North Sea will fall off. North Atlantic.
He'd have
There's a
to
So
chance
go
the
through,
hunt-
yeah.
But there's a chance the hunter could play. Oh, depends on the timing. Oh no, North Atlantic will be freed. If he goes to English Channel now, North Atlantic will be
Yeah.
off the trail, so you can't CG him in the English Channel. Well, you can, but he's not gonna take the penalty damage.
yeah.
He's in. They're hiding.
So
They can't be
he's really-
hiding. So no, there's only 3 places he could be in.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's either at Strasbourg, Le Havre, or Paris. To hazard a
Is that who's
guess, I would
checking
say
first?
Strasbourg. Would be my guess.
Strasbourg's even more dangerous. You get a 3-on-1 because there's a horse on Van Helsing, right? So you could end up with 3 hunters on you.
Yes, but there.
This is risky
But
stuff.
it is the better wolf form location. Okay, trick rumor token on a bats.
Oh
Oh.
dear.
Oh,
Oh, good forewarned.
yeah, that's a good one. Not that it would have stopped the 3v1, and we gotta keep in mind that Aggie's in play too.
Right.
No,
They
still-
allows Seward to
Yeah.
follow up the next day. Oh, and yeah, he's going to get 3 hunters in here. Yeah, this could be a dead Drac here. But then he's got to play these Heavenly Hosts, right? Especially the one on Mina.
Yeah.
Great Strength's been discarded, so she's not going to get saved.
Yeah.
It's also quite late, so he can't escape his bat very easily. He's going to have to do this the old-fashioned way and try and beat them up.
Which will not
So
be
risky.
easy. Well, Van Helsing is in one claw
Introduction.
death range. Okay,
Oh.
Right.
Seward had a garlic reef. Alright.
Okay.
So,
Gyro
there's
would be
actually quite a
police.
bit. This will actually be quite. There's actually quite a bit he can do. The hunters have to guess whether he's going to fang Mina or he's going to claw Van Helsing. Those are 2 ways that he can just get a kill in 1 move.
Right.
Problem is
And
the
if the
item deck is
hunters-
renewed as well, so they could have rifles
Let's-
again.
And if the hunters stagger, so imagine if Mina, like if Van Helsing plays a non-anti-claw thing 1 turn, and then Mina plays a Heavenly Host the 2nd turn, both of them could get knocked out of the combat.
More accurately,
So-
killed.
Well, sure.
Flat
Sure.
out
Maybe
killed.
defeated. Yeah.
And that would give
No
it,
great
and
strength
that'd
for
be
planned ambushes or bonus though.
okay. We're going with
Yeah.
the Fang, and it was not that. Okay, dodged that.
Good.
Good.
The two will
Good
come back
good
up with
attempt to
Aggie though,
fang.
unfortunately.
Sister Aggie
Yeah.
makes it like it's not gain health. So
Good attempt to try to find the Heavenly Host. That was a good idea.
going with the one he didn't know
Damn.
about. Yeah, I let. Okay,
Oh.
valid move. That seems to say that he doesn't have like pistol, rifle, or anything like that.
Oh, can you imagine though, if he'd fang Seward, then suddenly you end up in a situation where Dracula would only take 1 damage out of that whole combat. And then the one hunter we don't know much about and is strongest, Seward is knocked out of the fight.
If he has the 2nd Fang and he fangs Mina, he in truth due to Aggie he's probably still dead. I think he needed to land his hits the first time.
Yeah, the Garlic Wreath on Seward helped him use that Heavenly Host.
Right, that's a good use of Garlic Reef. Very good use of Garlic Reef. Nice strength.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay,
That's
knocked
good.
out a pistol,
That's
but
2 weapons down.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Garlic Reef. So yeah, that's actually a really good combo of Garlic Reef Heavenly Host there.
yeah, I think that this is just GG.
Oh,
Well, what has
Yeah,
Mina
he-
done?
What she
Yep,
got.
there.
that's
Okay,
a dead- that's- that's a dead-
GG well
that's-
played. GG well played.
That's a dead track right
That's it.
there. Whoa. That was a
That was-
topsy-turvy game.
Yeah,
That's what
dipped
makes it
back and
exciting, eh?
forth. So, yeah. Well, Eldon on your thoughts. And well done to you, Yes, you thought you were so sneaky. Sometimes I fool myself that way too.
So risky trying to go in between 4 hunters like that, especially even though there were no horses in play. All it takes is a move, and that thing is going to Cologne, from Brussels to Strasbourg, because Cologne connects to Strasbourg, which maybe you didn't realize, which means Mina could get in. Good horse roll, despite the horses dying earlier on. Yeah, he gave Andrzej an opening, and he went for it, and he didn't even have to use Consecrated Ground. Who needs Consecrated Ground?
That's why I'm one of those players who I'm not picky about discarding Heavenly Hosts early. Like if it's a matter of like having a weapon and a stake when I go after the trail and such, like the initial trail at the beginning. I'm not
Yeah.
unless I have CG already. I don't mind it that much. They're useful to be sure, but
The thing is, the amount of how quick hunters keep supplying, even if you discard them, you'll get them back probably before you have to face Dracula anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
most of the time, yeah.
it's a shame that I think maybe a South Atlantic wolf from Madrid would have then, because again they only checked Cadiz. The roadblock was a good ruse, and then he would have had a lot of he could have had other movement in Spain to kind of lay down things, and then get Mediterranean to be the outset for CG. But then he probably would have been in the same position a few days later, because all they would do is just line the south banks and wait for him to land, then have to throw CG down again when he landed. So, yeah, it was a bit of a shame that bit struggling.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Garlic Wreath forced him to not use his fangs against Seward, so it keeps him nice and handy. Plus, then, I mean, even if he survived that one arena, the two the two with Agathon escaping bat would have killed him anyway.
This is a rare case where Garlic Wreath is extremely useful.
It is when you've got more than 1-on-1, yeah. Let's say
Yeah.
the Van Helsing one there, but yeah, all of a sudden you're protecting one, and Aggie being in play helps because he would have had 2 health from the bite on Mina, which would have given him that extra step. Yeah, it was difficult to get out of that 3-on-1, unfortunately, and the 4-1 on the bats didn't help either. If he'd
I
had a new
mean,
vamp or something, that would have been a bit easier.
yeah.
I
Yeah, if
think
he had
things too,
had
though, especially.
if he had had a newer reckless vamp, he might have. Who knows? He might have killed Van Helsing when he tried to come in, even before
Yeah,
the
Right.
fight.
Hmm.
or weaker them
Or at
enough
least
just to
have.
throw a weaker them enough to throw a clause down, knowing that great strength was discarded.
Right. Right. You don't even have to target Van Helsing. Potentially, you could throw it onto Seward, get rid of the garlic
Yeah,
reef, and then kill
yeah,
Van Helsing in the process.
Yeah.
Um, I think then garlic reef. Yeah, good Chai was pleased about the garlic reef cameo. I think it's definitely strong in a case like this, where Odzart lost a couple of horses early. So you just supply and you get the garlic reef, and you're like, well, I don't have horses, so I'm almost substituting the horse for the garlic reef. If I don't need the movement, then I've got this garlic reef, and I may as well play it in the combat. There's no
yeah.
reason not to. So you're utilizing that extra item slot to create a real headache for Dracula in combat. So yeah, I'll play that final combat really well.
Yes, that was a very nicely played combat at the end. Uh,
And I like the fact that he didn't jump any overly. He could have been, some players, even experienced ones, holding that CG burns a hole in the pocket. Where do I play it now? Throw it down in the UK, assuming he's going to be there. He held on to it quite happily, exposing it, and then managed to move his hunters accordingly. That he was able to jump in and take him out. So that was
yeah.
that was good. That was wise gameplay by him.
Yeah.
And
So, Andrzej Landschnekt, if you come back and watch this, make sure to keep what we're saying in mind. This is, I think, Scott's or Istios are two of the oldest veterans of the entire community. I'm pretty sure you already know that, but let's make sure that since we're giving our input to you, let's make sure you know that now, if you didn't already.
Yeah,
like in general. Oh, when you go, Roscoe.
I'd be interested to find the hide move, whether that was a mistake because he thought maybe if
Yeah. Yeah. That hide was definitely a bit weird. Sorry, Scott Sword. You were saying? This, also learning what it's like to play in a competitive environment, like a more competitive environment, and learning how to cope with that. That's because even for me, when someone who's no stranger to performing in front of a crowd, uh, I'm it I it does affect me a little too. Yeah. So, so, Yeah. I- Yeah. That's really all we can ask of our new players. Uh, learn, and next time, perhaps you'll get closer. That is true. It, playlists. Yeah. We we y- yeah. So 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 as to not mislead people, I would also like to make a slight correction to what Scotsford said. I actually uh I was only two like a week or two into joining the community when the regionals tournament happened, and I competed there. So slight small correction there. So but not yeah, but not a major league. Yeah, since then, there's the regionals. Then there was the 2023 league. Then there was New Blood, Immortal Invitational, and now this. So I've this is my fifth tournament I've competed in. Uh, so yeah, but if that's all, perhaps we had best wrap up the stream as we seem to be done giving advice and just are now telling tales of past tournaments. Uh, uh, but hope that everyone, but hope that you all enjoyed watching this, and hope that not only Angela and Landschnekt, but Terminus and Heroin also, in the event you watch this, you listen to. Make sure you pay heed to what was said. It can teach you a lot. Speaking from experience. Uh, in any event, goodbye everyone. Thanks for watching.